What's good with y'all? You know what it is. It's your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son. Your lack of purpose, it stems from your obsession over having a significant other. I've come to understand that modern relationships are idolatry. People worship the idea of a marriage, of an intimate relationship, of a sexual relationship, to the point where it's taking them away from purpose. Rather than wanting a relationship with God, people fiend for a relationship with another person. And this is where it leads to this codependent thing that's going on with people. Now, obviously, this video is going to be geared more so to the men this time around, as most of my content is. Man, we live in a society now where they are trying to effeminate men and make women more masculine. And with the effeminization of men, you have all of these men out here that's trying to lay up under the women like they women themselves. And be wondering why, you can't focus. Wondering why you don't get nothing done in your life. You have to chase purpose, not pleasure. Men are happiest a lot of the time when we on our own. If it's not a woman there that's helping build your program, why is she there? Why is she there? I'm gonna give a testimony, man. A year ago, I was in a relationship, right? And it's funny, these relationships don't be everything we think they are. I was in a relationship, I was getting love bombed, all of this type of stuff, and I hate being love bombed, right? I'm the type of person, I like my space. If I'm dealing with you, cool, boom, 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 we deal with each other. It's a time and place for everything. But I'm in this relationship, and it's funny, when I got out of it and I went being alone again, I realized how much more I like being to myself. How much more I don't like people impeding on my time, on my space. I realized how much I wasn't getting done, how much I was distracted, how much I was taken from myself by dealing with somebody else that wasn't adding on to what I had going on. And that's an issue that we have. Our whole point and purpose of being here as men is to serve the Most High God and teach other men and our women and the children how to do so. That's it. It's gotten to a point where, it has to get to a point where you realize, man, I gotta do this alone for a time being. Now, a lot of people, they'd be like, well, I don't want the intimate relationship. Most people, I don't want the relationship. Most people just want the sex or to be laid up. That's wrong, bruh. That's not how you should be going about it. Because ultimately, if you're dealing with a woman, your job is to court her. It's not to use her for her body and satisfy your own lust. That's another form of a lot of these guys. They worshiping a form of a relationship and turning it into idolatry, right? And that's also keeping dudes away from their purpose. I talk about semen retention and celibacy all the time over here. Once you get to harnessing your seed, that's your life energy, you can create life with that. So if you keep that in you and you use it for yourself, how do you think people manifest the lives that they want? How do you think people got the energy to do what they want? Let alone it being a sin to just be out here sleeping around. So you really racking up your sin count. Which we know, if you born of God, you don't sin, bruh. It has to get to a point with us where we got self-control. It's not about anything other than self-control and discipline. Can you truly say you have any self-control or discipline if you always fall to the beauty, to the vain beauty of a woman? If you to the point where you worship being with a woman, we grown men, and you got dudes trying to lay up under their woman like they the woman. You don't enjoy your time, your peace to yourself. A lot of these dudes will get in these relationships with these women and be dealing with them, then be mad when they trying to occupy all their time. Then they starting to get annoyed. It's all cool in the honeymoon phase, but when some months go by, now you annoyed with her. When you have a kid with her, now you annoyed with her. When you put yourself in that position. The main thing I had to realize with myself from my previous experiences is that I put myself in these positions. I felt like I wasted a lot of time. I felt like I gave to people who I shouldn't have never gave to. But it was my fault. I chose these things. But that's the Adam spirit a lot of guys have. They worship y'all starting to worship these relationships, and then when it start going south, it's like the movie Obsession. When it start going south, when it's not how you wanted it, when she's doing too much, you feel like she's doing too much and all of this type of stuff. Well, she is doing too much because she don't understand boundaries. But when she doing too much and all of this stuff, now it's, man, I wanna take my wish back. Now I'm about to swallow all these pills and drop myself off because I can't live with what I chose to put myself through. Stop worshiping the relationship. Build a relationship with your creator. Get on your purpose, bro. It ain't much time left. And truth be told, it's way better being single. In this time frame, as a man, it's way better being single. I'm not gonna lie. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Social media and outside perspectives on other people's relationships got you believing it's all this what it's cracked up to be. But every man I talk to talking about the same thing. They baby mama drama. How they was put on child support. How they got to go through the courts with all of these Babylonian women and all of this type of stuff. It's the same thing. These be guys way older too, a lot of the time. And then I see people my age, and they going through it. Woman talking to them however she want to talk to them. They mind meeting out here, man. No boundaries, no self-respect. Because you afraid to be alone. That's a sad thing when you can't be by yourself and just be delving into your own mind and thoughts. But it's simply because people are running from themselves. They running from their accountability. They running from having to self-reflect and be like, man, I'm not that good of a person. I got some issues, I got some areas I need to tighten up. Because people want to believe they already their greatest forms of themselves. Then get older and start regretting. Start regretting their life decisions, their life choices. And even to the point where some people be scorned and resentful at God. And you blaming God instead of blaming yourself. You blaming circumstance instead of blaming yourself. Every step you take is one you chose to take. Nobody's taking your leg and moving it for you to the destination you going to. Nobody's making you say what you're saying. Nobody's making you think what you think. Now there are demonic influences on our thoughts and all of this type of stuff. It's really start all up here. But you got to be by yourself to understand how to even fight the spiritual war. You can't have no woman around this because what Satan's going to do a lot of the time, he's going to use her to add to the spiritual warfare. If she's not helping you build, then he's going to use her to destroy. That's all it is to it. Sin was brought into the world through a woman. All wickedness is little to the wickedness of a woman. Get in your Bibles. With that being said, it's your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son, signing out.